Good morning. Today is February the 25th. I am 9 weeks and 6 days out from my show. I'm just leaving home. I'm heading into Murfreesboro to train with Rondell today. I'm hoping to let you meet him today. We're going to try to video either today or on Wednesday. But today I am going to work out, and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to show you guys some food prep because I need to cook some stuff today. So we'll go over a little bit of my food prep in a little bit. And so I'll catch you guys later. Bye. This was the end of a rack pull pyramid that we were doing.
Up. Come on. Don't leave that grip. Up. Come on. Come on, up.
Also, I was able to sit down with Rondell at the end of the week for you to get a chance to meet him. So with doing that, it made the video a little bit long doing the food prep. So I'm going to save the food prep video for next week. So that will not be on this video of the 9 weeks out.
Relax.
Oh, go back. I was just showing off my lat pump from my back workout I got. Hey, I'm here at Face It Fitness with my coach Rondell. I told you I'd get around to letting you meet him. We just finished a shoulder day.
Nice little pump.
So I was just gonna let him talk to you and a little bit about what he does.
Oh, okay. So basically, FACE is an acronym for Focus and Conquer Excuses. So at Face It Fitness, we say whatever your excuse is, you face it. We feel like we all have excuses of why we can't get into the gym, why we can't do this, why we can't do that, and we say whatever your excuse is, face it.
Sounds good. So we are 9 weeks as of tomorrow.
Correct.
Out from my competition. And it took us all week for me to get him to sit down busy and talk to me. So nothing major's changed with my diet. Still the same. I do get a cheat meal tomorrow. Yay!
Finally.
Get swole. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll try to take you along with me on that. So we still have our work cut out for us for the next 9 weeks, but hopefully, I wish his wife was out here to meet you. She is going to do the same competition I'm going to do in July, because I'm going to do 2 competitions. So I'm doing the May 4th one, which this is the prep for, and then I'm going to do one July 27th, right?
July 27th.
July 27th, which is the same one I did last year. So that one's a qualifier. The one I'm doing on May 4th is not a qualifier.
Just a little warm-up, tune-up for the big dance.
Yeah. I got a couple of vacations planned a little before that, so I might as well get leaned out before I go on vacation.
Goals.
That's right. Got to get into the bikini in May. So do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah. You got any questions about prep that you think they may want to know about?
Well, you can kind of talk about a little bit about how we kind of worked my bulk, and then like what your goal was through my bulk, and then kind of what your goal was, like how you think I can do all this in 15 weeks.
So one of the big things that Shannon accomplished last year was building a women's figure body. And what I mean by that is building her shoulders, widening her back out, and her, and really focusing on building her body, not necessarily trying to perfect her body, but building the way we wanted it to be so that she could be competitive and bring the best package we can, or could, up for that 6 months?
Yeah, almost 6 months,
Almost 6 months, 5 or 6 months that we had to prep. So, but while doing that, we still had to prepare her for the show. So it wasn't like we had a whole year to focus on bulking like we did recently. So, so her symmetry was amazing. She came on stage, and we knew that if she didn't win, it was going to be someone that was just going to be bigger than she was, because we didn't have time to prep for that show, put on a lot of size and symmetry. So we focused on symmetry and coming in as conditioned as she could possibly be. And that's what placed her higher than women that have been doing that for a long time. So for her to be able to jump out there in 5 or 6 months and do what she did was still a huge, huge accomplishment. So we had this whole off season to really focus on size and put on more size. And even though the scale's not quite showing what we wanted to show, we also go by the eye test, and we can see that her back is bigger, her back is wider,
Shoulders
that her
are
shoulders
fuller.
are better, her butt's better.
Yay.
We really worked on building
Sean's
the
happy
booty.
about that.
Really worked on building the booty. So details like that was
And I'd say
more
that
our focus.
my bulk was pretty aggressive too, because we only had like 5 or 6 months. So I mean, we pretty quickly moved me up in calories. Like we didn't.
You mean the first show?
No, for this bulk. For
Oh,
this
yeah,
one,
yeah,
like
absolutely. Absolutely.
That it was pretty aggressive.
We jumped up to, I mean, we gradually went up, but we ended up about 3,000 calories.
Even a little
a
more
day.
at times, like 3,200 at times.
Yeah. So she was able to put on size, but we didn't just jump up from, you know, post show to jumping up to
Right.
3,000 calories from, 1,700 to 3,000. It was a gradual going up from 1,700 to maybe 2,000 to 2,200, 26, and so on.
And I'll say I didn't do it exactly how he wanted me to do it.
No, you didn't. So I gave her the flexibility because she has learned enough about the prep and everything that she could still do some of the things that she wanted to do to have more flexibility, because mental psyche is a huge part of show prep as well. So I gave her the ability to and the flexibility to kind of play with her diet a little bit and things like that until a couple weeks ago. And
Yeah. I was ready to start my cut though. I was so tired of force feeding food.
so a couple weeks ago we decided to dial it in, and that's when I kind of came up with a new meal plan for her that I wanted her to follow to see how.
And that
how
new
it
meal
worked.
plan happened like 9 days ago.
Yes.
Like got a text at work. I think I told you about that last video, and I was like super stressed about it.
So it was random, but I was sitting there thinking like, what's going to be our next step? What's going to be our next move? And that's just how my brain works. And I mean, it could be at midnight, it could be at 11 o'clock at night, and whatever it is, it's just like, all right, this is what I want to do. So it was time for me to do what she pays me to do, basically, is be her coach. So I gave her the flexibility to do things on her own, and then we had to step up and do it, and me do what I'm supposed to be doing to dial it in to get her ready. So
And I'm doing it.
she is, and the last 9 days has been good.
Yeah.
She looks amazing for where we are right now and everything, and I think these last 9 days, noticeable eye test changes have been made. I mean, every time she walks in, she looks leaner. I see different muscles popping out, more definition. So I think everything is right on point with where we want to be. So,
I hope so.
we're just going to continue to lean out, and we're going to push. Probably here in a couple weeks, we're going to get a little more aggressive with cardio and really try to dial it in, because the show is, I mean, it's coming up. So.
Yeah. Not a huge cardio fan.
So we're gonna dial it in,
I know.
and we're gonna get a little more aggressive with everything.
But I'm competitive too, so I want to get up there and do good.
Absolutely.
And I want to make him proud.
That's right. So I mean, she knows that. One of the first things I told you was, I mean, if you just want to compete, we can get you ready to compete. But if you want to win, then we're gonna do it the way I want to do it. And I think third place and placing, period. I mean,
For the
if you're
first
in that,
show,
for
yeah.
your first show is pretty amazing.
At 50.
So, absolutely. and in the open, you're going up against 20-year-olds.
Right.
So I mean, that's a big accomplishment to come in third in the open. So, and the lady who won, I'm pretty sure she won all categories that she entered, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure she did.
I think she was in her
and she ended up
30s,
winning.
yeah.
And she ended up winning
She
the
was
overall.
the one who won last year. Like she walked in the door backstage, and I'm like, she's winning.
She walked on stage and she knew she was winning,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
the confidence that I want Shannon to have going in this year. Like as we lean up and everything, and she sees the package that she has, I want her to walk in with that same aggressive look on her face, like which one of you ladies are coming in second. You know? And, so that's the goal, for her to walk in and know that there's no competition. So at the end of the day, she's competing against herself. She's competing against the body that she had last year. But I mean, it's a competition. So we're competing against everybody else, regardless of what everybody says in the show prep world and in this industry. It's like, oh, you're competing against you. No, you're competing against about 25 other people that are going to be on stage. So I'm not one that likes to think about, oh no, you just worry about yourself. We're not worried about the package they bring, but we are still competing against those other people. Otherwise, they wouldn't give you trophies for first, second, third place.
Right. Well, I try not to follow too many people on Instagram and things like that as it gets closer to the competition, just because it psychs me out to be able to see what other people are bringing to the stage, because it's normal to start comparing yourself to other people, and you can't control what they do. You can only control what you do. So
Yes, absolutely.
I try to just, especially as we get like 2-3 weeks from the show, just try to concentrate on what I'm bringing to the stage and not worry about them, because you know, like he said, this is, you know, it's my competition.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then so I'm the only one of your competitors competing in the May 4th show.
Correct.
But then there are, I think, 4
4
of
or
us.
5 of us competing in
The July show.
The July show.
Yeah, so we'll have team, what is it?
And
Fitness,
Face It Fitness Physiques. And because I have so many competitors, Shannon's not allowing me to compete in
No.
it, even though that was my goal.
Because
that was actually my
he's
show. I'm the
grumpy.
one that chose the show first and wanted to do that particular show. So, so I'm personally going to probably try to do the June show. I think it's Knoxville.
Yeah, having all of us cutting and him cutting at the same time, it's not a good combination.
And I am. I will admit, I'm not a happy person. I'm not a good person to be around when I'm hungry. So
None of us are. None of us are. All right. Well, I think that probably is good for now. Anything else you want to say?
I guess if you guys are in the area and you want to come out, it's May 4th. I'm sure she'll release more details
Yes.
as we get closer.
It'll be at Langford Auditorium at Vanderbilt on May 4th, but I'll be posting more about it as time goes on. So
Definitely come out and support, and just realize that for her doing this at over 50 years old now is a huge accomplishment, and especially when I see other 50-year-olds coming here.
I like to whip those whippersnappers' butts.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm all down for that. So I think that's it. I appreciate
Sounds
you
good.
guys letting me take the time and join you. And
I just wanted you to
thank you,
have
thank you.
I wanted you to have a face with the name, since I'm always talking about him. All right. Since my progress pictures last week didn't transfer over very well, I thought I would just shoot a video of myself practicing my posing. On this day, it was the end of the week, I weighed 140 pounds.